Hello, everyone. Welcome to 10 Minutes Astrology. It is the best way to learn astrology from the beginning. I'm Rod Chang.
I am Alejo Lopez.
Well, since May, we're talking about the how to learning astrology, and we start talking about the star sign, which is not just the star sign you're talking with your friend, which means your sun sign. That means when you were born, the sun's position on the tropical zodiac. But it's about the star sign, every planet, when we are learning how to interpret the planet move into this sign. So you are not just talk about sun. You can talk about moon in this sign. You can talk about Mars, even talk about Uranus in this sign. But that is why I mentioned about Uranus, because today we are going to talk about a sign related to Uranus.
Yes.
Well, Alejo, you are kind of like, what are he going to say? He behaves so weird today.
I mean, it's Aquarius, so we can do something a bit more eccentric. We could do something a little more. I wanted to dress up a little more eccentric for the occasion, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah.
Yeah, we
Well, yeah, I think today's our talk would be a little bit eccentric. Yeah,
we could
I
put
think
like
it
a
would be.
UFO music, something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that, yes.
Okay. Yeah, you try that. I will mute you. Okay. Well, today because we will do the different order. So today I will start with the mythology because okay, if you know me, I'm sun sign in Aquarius, so I adore this character, and this mythology character is my hero. Is really my hero figure. Is Prometheus. Prometheus. Well, and in the Greek mythology, he is the god who can see the future and who can predict the future. So that's his important role. And then he's, I think, most important for him is during the Titan, the war with Titan, the god war with Titan, and he choose the stand with Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades, this Greek god, and against those Titan, which he sounds like it's his brother and sisters.
Yeah, yes, yes.
Yeah, so it's kind of rebelling traitor.
He was in a way.
He
Yes.
was in a way. So he come with his brother, and then they stand with, but they won. They won. So he's kind of Zeus want to reward him. So give him a mission to create it human. So indeed, he's our daddy. Well, he's the father of the human being. Okay, the thing is not only this. He's a super smart and very wise, and he can see the future, and he know the things how to make things happen. So he knows something about not even longer future, which is who is going to overthrow Zeus. So but Zeus keep asking me who, which of my son will overthrow me. He couldn't say that. He said that's a secret. I shouldn't let you know. Zeus was so upset. So he gave him mission to create a human being, but he said, you are allowed to create human being. You are allowed to give every single thing to human. The only thing you are not allowed to give to human being is fire. So without
Yes.
fire, so human couldn't develop a lot of things. We couldn't like more than cook. We couldn't cook the food. We eat cold food. We have to stay in the dark night. There's no fire to protect us. And if you have fire, you can melt metal to make the instrument or weapon or tool. Such
Hmm.
important things human couldn't have. Well, we have all the other things. In To be honest, my childhood memory of Prometheus stay like this until I read a little bit more mythology. Then notice he is also a little bit tricky, a little bit nasty, a little bit sneaky. So I love him more and more. So although he knows Zeus doesn't like him, and he doesn't like him neither. So he helped human to, kind of trick Zeus several times. And Zeus really get upset. He said, if I coach you. Anyway, so well, he did several times. Like he guided human, help human how to trick Zeus, like how to let Zeus choose the bone covered by the skin or something. Or there's so many things, but the most important, he finally he saw the human being's life couldn't improve unless we have fire.
Hmm.
Then he decides, he said, no, he's a rebeller. He's not going to listen to anyone. So he decided to do it. He decided to do it. Then he used I think he used a stick of a pine or something, a stick of anise, I think, and take a fire from the Apollo's sun chariot and
Uh-huh.
bring it to Earth and introduce the fire to Earth. When Zeus know that, he was so upset, he's so angry, so he locked him down in a mountain alone. And very terribly, he sent a eagle or virtue that come to eat his liver every
Yeah.
single day. And that is kind of he been stay like that for a long time until someone else, until Hercules come to save his life, bring him away from the prison and then free him. But in this story, we know this kind of Aquarius image somehow is they have like a big picture and they know where is the future and they are very proud of it. They know the where future going and they think about the big picture about the humanity and the human society. What
Yeah.
else you want to add in, Alejo?
There's in New York City at the Rockefeller Center, there
Mm-hmm.
is the image of Prometheus. There's a statue of
Oh,
Prometheus
really? Wow.
stealing the
Yeah.
fire from the gods.
Wow.
And there's a quote which I really
Uh-huh.
like. I'm not going to read the whole quote. You can find it in internet.
Uh-huh.
You go for Rockefeller Center quote and you will find it. But
Uh-huh.
I think it really represents the spirit of Prometheus and the spirit of
Mm-hmm.
Uranus in the chart. It
Mm-hmm.
says, I believe in the supreme worth of the individual and in his right
Mm.
to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I believe that
Mm.
every right implies a responsibility, every opportunity an obligation, every possession a duty. I believe that the law was made for man and not man for the law. That government is the servant of the people and not their master. And then he goes on
Wow.
and with these ideas, which are very
Alejo,
Aquarian, I
it's
think.
so cool. I love this quote, and it's really, really Aquarian. There are few things about the Aquarius this side, but I don't want to, continue like this. Should we start with the
Okay,
fundamental
yeah.
like fixed and air? Yes.
So Aquarius is fixed sign and it's an air sign. So it's an air sign. You
Mm-hmm.
can see the whole, it's an idealistic sign. There is this kind of
Mm.
ideas, right, fueling the mind of Prometheus, what life should be
Mm-hmm.
like. So he's
Mm-hmm.
opposing the Titans, then he's opposing Zeus. There's this idea that I'm free in my mind. My mind is what sets me free, and I follow my
Yeah.
ideas. And so the idea of independence and being free and being a bit of a rebel is part of the Aquarian
Mm-hmm.
energy because it's part
Mm.
of the following of your own
Mm.
ideas, right? Respecting
Yes.
what you have in your mind. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
there's also the idea, we were talking about the air signs, about we were talking about social bonds. So there's also this idea
Yes.
that we are in a society, we're all linked
Mm.
together, so we must
Mm.
respect each other. So the idea of freedom
Mm.
comes together with the idea that we're all different and we're all equally valid, equally valuable, right?
Exactly.
um, and then it's a fixed sign. So this is
Mm.
also interesting because air has a movable quality, but
Yeah.
here we are fixing the movable quality. So, I mean, we know that we don't want to be prejudgmental with any signs. We don't want to be mean to any
True.
sign, but there is this perhaps quality in Aquarius,
Mm-hmm.
which ideas sometimes get fixed. It's not a sign
Mm-hmm.
that will change ideas quickly, probably, even
Mm.
though air is usually the element of ideas and it's an element of change. Here we are fixing ideas, but then we're also fixing change. So it's a
Mm.
sign that it's willing to provoke change and to create change in order
Uh-huh.
to see these ideas coming to the world. There's, in
Yeah.
your myth, the Promethean myth, there is this drive to make the
Mm.
world a better place. Like he's
Yes.
taking care of humans. He's like he they need fire to be okay. There's this idea of kind
Mm-hmm.
of trying to make the world a better place, to better things, to make them work in a better
Mm.
way, right? And this
Mm.
is
Yeah.
fueled by his idea. This is fueled by what he
Yes.
sees. You were saying he sees the future, right? He Aquarius
Mm-hmm.
sees what could be, and that's why
Yes.
I think there's this. I don't know. These are the ideas that I come up with. What do you
I
think?
love this kind of, yeah, I like this, but it is a sign, to be honest. Sometimes I do wonder, just because I have, Sun and the Venus here. So I was wondering, is that my personal conflicts the project on the story I read or something, or is that true? This sign is the one of an interesting sign who full of the inner uh contrast, the inner conflicts. Because
Mm,
interesting, from you say the air is flowing, but there's a fixed sign, so it's like bang, counter each other. And the ruling planet, one before
exactly. Yes.
in the ancient time, it's Saturn. This is the ruling planet in ancient astrology for the Aquarius. So it gives Aquarius a quality of cold and distance, but also I think somehow it's also practical, but also that is focused on the authority, either it follow authority or against authority or want to be authority,
And also,
what
I think
rule
the
everyone.
idea that we need rules in order to
Yes,
live in a society, we need regulations in
yeah,
order to, like, and also the idea that change will not come out of nowhere. We need to build change. We need to work through in order to
yeah.
achieve change. I think that's this kind of ideas also.
So it's very interesting. There's a two sign ruled by Saturn, right? There's a Capricorn. For Capricorn, Saturn sign is a rule is for following. Rule is to follow. And but for Aquarius, is a rule is for breaking. You
Yeah.
set the rule there, and we need to change it. So that's the two sides. Because another ruling planet for the modern astrology, we will say Uranus is also ruling
Yes.
Aquarius, and this is a rebelling planet, a planet with a new idea and don't following a rule and expecting for freedom, have a freedom everywhere. But these two quality, they are kind of against each other. Sometimes it's a very interesting side, but I just say, because I have Sun here, Venus here, I just don't understand. Maybe it's just like I think I'm the best or the worst.
Oh my
But
God,
it's
no,
just
you're the best. You're not the worst. But like in the mythology,
yeah,
Uranus is the god of sky, and Saturn,
yes,
Kronos, goes
yes,
against him. So they are naturally
yes,
enemies in the mythology.
yes,
So I do
yeah.
think that people with a strong Aquarius, they must feel an inner kind of contradiction between these two forces.
I see that, and it's very very interesting. But we don't go too deep because that will
Yeah, yeah,
confuse people. So that's practice it. Let's learn, because today we learn this interesting eccentric sign. We learn it's a fixed sign, and the air sign is floating, full of idea and the care about the society, and it's a little bit rebelling and like breaking the rule, looking for freedom, and have a lot of idea. So this sign Aquarius. For what planet are we going? We say because last week we're talking about the Venus in
yeah,
Capricorn, right? Should we
yes.
do a little bit Venus in Aquarius to, compare?
Yes, let's do Venus in Aquarius. Yes. So should
Yeah,
I start
yeah,
this
sure.
time or you want to start?
Oh, yes, please. Yeah,
So with
please,
Venus in
you start.
Aquarius, what is the person going to value? Instead of
Mm,
valuing what we were saying before, like we were saying, things that are stable, things that have a
mm-hmm.
history, things that are
Yeah.
committed. Venus in Aquarius is going to value things that are new, things that are different,
Mm,
things that haven't been
mm,
done before, things that are a bit
uh-huh.
breaking the mold, that will not follow a pattern, that are not
Mm,
standardized. And
yes.
they might express love in that way also, in weird, eccentric ways. Like
Weird.
yeah, like you're saying, like, well, what is this guy doing? This is how they express love. Yes.
You just make me think about the story in my life, how I've been so weird to next to people I like, and they just like, what's wrong with you?
Well,
I'm
exactly.
expressing my admire to you, and people are like, "Ugh." Yeah, it is very interesting, because I know the value of Venus in Aquarius is a very unusual and a very different. You like the things you never see before. You like the things that represent the new future, or never done before, and that is amazing for the Aquarius, Venus in Aquarius. Also, how they express their admiration, or how they express their love. It's sometimes it's a little bit weird, and people just like, but what's wrong with this guy? If you notice a Venus in Aquarius right next to you and doing something super weird, super strange, don't get it wrong. He really crazy for you. He really like you. So he's doing the strange dance, like in a Fantastic Beasts or something. He dances really weird to draw your attention to say, "Hey, I like you," and then you're just like, "Oh, please don't do that again."
Exactly, yes.
Okay, apart from Venus, do you want to add anything in the Venus Aquarius, or should we move
Well,
to the?
I mean, also what the kind of people they're going to be attracted to. Probably they're going to be attracted to people who do different things, who people who stand out,
Yeah,
who are not,
yeah.
again, they're not doing what everybody's doing. They're not doing it the way that
Mm-hmm.
everybody's doing. Sometimes it's true that because it's a position that it's so against social approved norms,
Yeah,
sometimes it's true
yeah.
that maybe the person is not realizing that they are attracted to these different people, but when they
Yeah.
meet their partners, they have this
Mm-hmm.
desire to do something different, to go for the crazy
Yes.
thing. So they're kind of,
Yeah.
so the relationships help them realize that they enjoy
Yeah.
doing
Mm.
something out of the blue, something that they weren't expecting to do.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm maybe
Yeah.
feeling
That,
free, feeling more independent.
yes, that is so important for Venus in Aquarius, free and independent, because in in some people's mind, that is not love. You
Yeah,
know,
exactly, exactly.
independent and
Yes.
freedom. So if you notice someone who has Venus in Aquarius, you want to build a relationship with this type of people. Well, take care about that freedom and independent. Could you handle that? Some people couldn't do that, and they are just misunderstand that, oh, he or she doesn't love me, and that is sometimes a challenge for Venus in Aquarius.
Yeah.
That is very interesting. Should we talk about the exercise?
Yes. So for the homework, we thought, because we've been doing planets in the last few chapters,
Yeah,
so let's move back to the angles. We said
yeah.
that the ascendant is such an important
Mm,
place in the chart. So
yes.
let's think about how a person is going to be if they have Aquarius rising, which means if their
Mm,
ascendant is in
mm-hmm,
Aquarius. Remember, the
mm,
ascendant is how we start things, is
mm-hmm,
how we approach the world, the first
mm-hmm.
characteristics people see in us.
Yes,
Um, it's kind of the costume we put on when we go
yes,
out into the world, right?
yes. And don't forget, with Aquarius, it could be go weird way or cold way or distance way. Each one of us will pick something different, but still in Aquarius quality. Okay. Well, thank you for listening and watch 10 Minutes Astrology. This week, we're talking about Aquarius. We really hope you guys enjoy this episode and please like and subscribe. If you have any question or feedback, want to contact us, please send a message to AOAUK on the Telegram or you send us email on the aoa.inquiry@gmail.com. Also, you're welcome to join our Facebook groups called 10 Minutes Astrology Group. And then, you will find me on the Instagram at AOAUKROD, and you will find Alejo at his Instagram account,
Which is liminal cosmos.
Liminal Cosmos. I really like this name. It's beautiful. It's quite a.
Thank you.
So we come to the last star sign, last zodiac sign. Wow,
Yeah.
it's an achievement to be honest. We have to say each other. Thank you, Alejo. It's an achievement because we have finally finished this 12th sign.
Yeah. Thank you, Rod, for inviting me
Thank
here.
you. So, what is that sign?
That's Pisces. Yes.
Okay, so next week we will talk about Pisces, an interesting sign to talk about. Well, so stay in tune. Bye.
Bye bye.